It is Thursday, August 6th. This is Jaguars Happy Hour. And now, a guy who wants you to know it's not you, it's him, J.P. Shadrick.
You know it. Welcome in. It is Jaguars Happy Hour. We've got a busy 2 hours ahead coming up. Camp continues, closing in on the trip to New Orleans next week. Well, most of us are. Pride of the Jaguars running back Fred Taylor will join us at 4:30 today. John Oesher coming up at 4:15. Fred Taylor at 4:30, as we said. Kai Stevens jumps in with us at 4:45. Jags HQ at 5 o'clock on the Jaguars Radio Network, featuring Pete Prisco and Tony Boselli. Reunited again to open the show 1 hour from right now. J.P. Shadrick, Jeff Lageman, and Coach Mark Duffner. Good afternoon, gents.
Good afternoon. What's all the? We've got a festive atmosphere, kind of.
We got photographers in the room.
And it couldn't be any better.
Yeah.
It couldn't be any better.
Got
Congratulations.
Big news. Congratulations, JP. He's going to be heading off to Arizona and to be calling games for the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Thanks, bud.
Well deserved,
Thanks,
and a
guys.
good thing for the good guy. I mean,
Yeah,
I've been on. You think he's been off the ground? Heck, I've been off the ground in terms of how good this is for us.
I'm trying to remember back. So I think we've been doing this ballpark 14 years.
Yeah, we were trying to talk through that earlier. I think 2014-ish was probably around that time frame we started doing this.
Okay, and then you were originally hired by Dan Edwards. Back in 2012.
2012. I was on the PR staff.
Yeah,
I took a PR job.
Which is wasn't the original. It was all part of the plan.
Well, I didn't know that. I was planning to be a PR guy. I was changing careers.
Dan Edwards saw.
Well, I don't know what Dan saw. Dan can do. He's that's why he's in the Hall of Fame. Like,
Correct.
Dan is like one of those guys. So
Great evaluator.
But no, I got out of baseball just to take an NFL PR job.
Yeah.
That was and from my view. Okay, let me learn how to do PR. I don't know. And then that year, I started doing sideline reporting with you guys.
That's right.
So we could travel. And then the next year, it turned into pregame, postgame, and we'll try this digital media thing out, and you and Oesher and Patrick figure it out.
Yeah.
And here we are in this brand new studio now.
So a lot of people are kind of asking me, when's the last day? When do you leave? When are you going to be calling games for the Arizona
And
Cardinals?
by the way, this is not a show about me. We're going to talk football.
We
coming
will
up, please.
eventually, but
I
we
hope.
can
We'll
get
talk
to that.
the whole show on you.
We'll get to
That's
that.
for sure.
What's the question? I'm sorry.
Because I've been asked this question a lot.
Okay.
People are saying, "Hey, when is JP's last day? When are you leaving to go to take the job with the Arizona Cardinals? When will you actually leave? When will you actually call a game for the Cardinals? Because they're on tonight. Are you calling their game tonight?
No, am I a private jet to Canton after the show?
Okay, I was
no, I don't
just
think
checking.
so.
It's possible.
It is possible. No, not tonight. I'll be at home watching and following along with the chart and everything to learn the team really fast. And then my last day of work here is tomorrow. I'll be at practice, hosting practice like normal. With fans in the stands tomorrow, the mock game. That'll be fun to see. Mm-hmm. And then I turn on my computer tomorrow afternoon and the badge and everything. They turn off the code, and
You're out?
I'm out on Monday for 3 weeks to finish the preseason there and be around the team and house hunt and do those things and get the lay of the land a little bit. And then I'll come back, August 30th to finish packing up the house and move it. And then I'll be on the ground there right before Labor Day weekend.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
You'll call a game next week for them.
A week from tonight in Las Vegas.
Well, let me tell you.
Cardinals, Raiders.
Cardinals have no clue how great they've got it. You
Thanks,
arriving there, that's for sure.
Thanks,
They got
Duff.
an MVP coming aboard.
Oh, man, I'm fired up. So I just, obviously we'll talk a little bit with a bunch of people who've been influential throughout my time here tonight. But it's not about me tonight. It's certainly about this Jaguars team that is gearing up for New Orleans next week. The mock game is tomorrow. And you know what? I was thinking back to last year's mock game, right? I mean, they brought in bleachers, they brought in benches, and made it seem like an actual game environment. Ran scrimmage, basically, for a little while out here.
Right.
I don't remember it being the cleanest practice last year, but That was a year ago. I wonder how it changes this year.
Well, I mean, look, last year when you're talking about a mock game with a completely new staff and still trying to find their way, and where
who's talking to who when on the headset?
Who's going to be where game day? You know, who's going to be upstairs? Who's going to be on the sideline? Who's going to be where on the sideline? And now I think that it's a little bit there's some familiarity there from last year, and so I think it's more just kind of fine tuning.
Yeah.
But when you have a new roster every year, it's you still have to kind of assimilate everybody within that program. How do we stretch? How do we line up on the field in pregame? How do we do all of those things? And Duff, as a coach, I mean, the last thing in the world that you want to do is go out there for a preseason game and look like you don't have any organization whatsoever.
No question. And let me just say they've got great organization here. And what Jeff just talked about in terms of going through the game day mechanics, whether it's the press box, whether it's a sideline, whether it's the personnel groupings, whether it's substitutions, all those type of things that have got to go sideline, coming over, talking to the offense, talking to the defense, special teams. This group has done an outstanding job. I've been so impressed with the practices, the situational things they've already gotten into. I mean, they got in 2 minute in the third practice. They're doing backed up, meaning that the offense is backed up and got to come off the goal line. Defense has got to hold them there. They've done red zone numerous times, third down, all this kind of stuff, run, play, pass. I'm very impressed that they don't just sit around. There's a true, well thought out, applicable strategy, if you will. I'm sorry. I'm so excited about you, I can't even talk. But at any rate, no, this is well thought out, and it's great ball. I'm highly impressed with the way they prepare this team.
Applicable? Is that what
applicable, I think.
Applicable.
But either way, I couldn't get it out. I was trying to say Arizona, but I couldn't. But go ahead.
That's okay. Yeah, so looking forward to seeing that tomorrow. There'll be fans in the stand. I think there's a bunch of high school players coming out as well that'll kind of amp the energy up a little bit, which is always fun to see.
Well, and look, it's a padded practice.
Yeah,
I mean,
here we go.
I think it's not going to be game tempo by any stretch.
Yeah, not tackling to the ground.
But I mean, it's going to be an intense practice. This is the big practice of the week for this football team when it comes to pads. Because the amount of padded practices that you're allowed to have from a collective bargaining standpoint is limited. And so when you have them, you got to take advantage of it. And I'm sure Liam Cohen and the coaching staff are going to take advantage of that. But to go back again to this game mechanics thing, look, there you have, and I don't know what the exact number is, but if I had to ballpark it, I mean, of all the guys out there, you probably got 40 some odd new faces.
Oh yeah,
ballpark, and then you also have new faces on your coaching staff. And so how you kind of come out of the locker room, at what time, okay, once you come out onto the field, where do you go? Where do you line up? Where do you stretch? I mean, all of those things have to be figured out because coaches have to have everything just nice and neat. Nothing can be discombobulated, okay?
We don't need distractions.
No,
we want it to be smooth,
no.
brother, I'm telling you. But again, as you said, the dry run, if you will, the dress rehearsal, more than that actually, that they're going to do tomorrow, again, it's going to reap benefits big time for them moving forward.
And also, like from a player's standpoint, when you come out of the tunnel, so to speak, and if you don't know where to go, it really kind of just jacks you up. It kind of gets you a little out of whack. Whereas when you know where you go, there's a comfort in that. And for real, I mean, as a player, you have comfort and familiarity. And as a player on game day, you want everything to go as planned, smooth as can be, nothing unexpected. And so this is also part of the reason why you have a mock game is so that the players can understand it so that they can find their groove on game day.
Love that. It's time for the quarterback preview presented by Seabreeze Propane. Slow mascot, fast delivery. Let's get into the practice of Trevor Lawrence the last few days or so. What stood out the most, Duff, about him and the way this offense is moving the ball?
I just see comfort. I see him confident. I see comfort, a level better than I've ever seen. And he showed it all through the spring, but he's showing it here. I see aggressive play. I mean, and you don't make aggressive plays without being comfortable. I see him using his legs when he needs to, extending plays, and which has been great for the defense to practice again, especially in the red zone where they've got to plaster and stay tight and sticky in coverage. So I love what I see out of him right now. He's distributing the ball well. I mean, today, geez, so Pete, I think it was 5 passes over 20 yards.
Wow.
That's called explosive. So, he's hitting a good groove. Consistency, I think, is going to continue to be part of what he demonstrates he did it in the last half of the season, and he's back on that track.
Yeah, it was good to see the day that he had today, because I think a couple of days ago it wasn't his best. And training camps like that. I mean, for everybody,
ebbs and flows.
Good days and there's bad days. Yeah. And I thought that a couple of days ago it wasn't great, and I thought today that there was some nice chemistry with 12 and with 7 and 11. There was a beautiful deep ball to Parker Washington that was just, throwing on the money. So today was really good to see, because when you don't have a great day as a player, you always want to bounce back and have a strong day. And I'm not saying that the day that he had 2 days ago was poor. It just wasn't his best. Today I thought was a really strong day.
Well, here's a beautiful thing, too. Yeah. The competition between offense and defense and skill and across the board is heavy. It's exciting to watch. You got secondary hawking the ball all over the place, trying to get takeaways. And by the way, they're doing it. And then you got the receiving corps making catches like, unbelievable. So the competition level every day, everybody has a chance to get really better.
And no matter the pads or not, if they're wearing spider pads or whatever underneath, they have to remind them every day, hey guys, this is not a padded practice today. Tone it down a little bit, but rather have to say whoa instead of giddy up, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. No, their energy and the effort that this team has consistently put on that field every day has been, again, highly impressive. Necessary, but impressive.
Used to drive me nuts when we would have, because a lot of people are like, what are you talking about, spiders, okay? We got to explain this to people, okay? When a team is in pads, it's pads, okay? Shoulder pads, the helmet, that's from the skit years ago, shoulder pads.
Thank you.
Okay, full pads. And then when they wear spiders are, for lack of a better term, it's just a soft pad that sits on the shoulders, but they're not shoulder pads. There's no hard shell to it. Yeah. And a lot of times some guys can't differentiate between the tempo for spiders and the tempo for full pads.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
There's some guys that just think because there's a pad on their shoulder, they can go 100 miles an hour. Okay? So sometimes in spiders, I think it can be very confusing, because some guys are at one speed, some guys are at another speed. And so I'm not a big fan of spiders.
No,
I'm not.
And I would say the veteran player, like Jeff's been all the way through, that's the key. Rookies, they don't see it that way. And those spiders are like lacrosse pads.
Okay.
It's a lacrosse shield, if you will. Okay. When you get in what we used to call shells or uppers, that would be just the shoulder pads and shorts. And, the differentiation of the practice mode, if you will, or equipment is well stated by you for people to understand that. That does affect. But the young guy, he's coming in, he's just like, if I'm Jeff and these tight ends are coming off on me or whatever the case may be, geez, Pete, we got spiders on, which is, so it's another learned trait that you hope the young bucks get early.
Trying to make the team.
Well, for example, if you're in full pads, okay, you got the volume turned to 10.
Of course.
Okay, correct. Almost to 10. It's like a 9. Okay, but you're not going to bury a guy. You're not going to finish him. You're not going to take him to the ground. And then spiders, you dial it back from a 9 down to about a 6, And,
practice smart.
And there's a lot of, the younger guys that haven't figured that out.
No.
They want to be all Duval. When the reality is that the whole goal is not to be all Duval.
Yeah.
It's to make the football team and then be all pro. Okay.
Correct.
So, but it's hard for young players to kind of figure that out. But the one thing I will say is that I like watching practices that have pads. Those are the ones that have meaning for me to watch.
It's
for
football.
Me personally.
Closer to real football than anything else. PRI Productions, the official event production company of the Jags, has everything you need to bring your next idea to life. Visit PRIProductions.com. We're on 1010XL, 92.5 FM, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube. Coming up, Jaguars.com senior writer John Oesher. That's next on Jaguars Happy Hour.
Frank Frangie here. When you think of barbecue in Jacksonville, it's got to be Bono's Pit Barbecue. For over 75 years, Bono's has been smoking Jacksonville's favorite barbecue. You can find Bono's locations all around town and on game day at Everbank Stadium because Bono's is the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So go to bonosbarbecue.com or call their fantastic catering department at 904-332-7427. That's 904-332-7427. And remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
Is your organization ready to tackle its toughest challenges? For more than 30 years, CSI Companies has partnered with healthcare and technology organizations nationwide. From consulting on strategic projects to staff augmentation and workforce solutions, they help organizations navigate complex challenges with confidence. Learn more at csicompanies.com. That's csicompanies.com.
Big news, Jacksonville. Seabreeze Propane is now a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And to celebrate, meet Tank the Turtle, the Seabreeze mascot.
Put me in, Coach. I'm ready to play.
Tank, you're a turtle.
Exactly. Nobody runs out the clock like me.
Let the Jags handle football. Seabreeze handles propane service and delivery for homes and businesses. New customers call Seabreeze and get $50 off your first propane delivery.
Now that's what I call a strong opening drive.
Seabreeze Propane. Slow mascot, fast delivery.
It's game time, Jaguars fans. This season, feed your fandom with the Jaguars sub from Publix, the official supermarket of your Jacksonville Jaguars. Wow. Sink your teeth into crispy chicken tenders, boar's head bacon, melted cheddar, sweet coleslaw, and smoky barbecue mayo, all stacked on a fresh white roll. Taste the hype only at Jacksonville Publix locations. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Jaguars fans, grab your passport. Open and fund a new Everbank performance account for your chance to win the Everbank London Getaway Experience. Round-trip airfare for two, hotel accommodations, and tickets to the Jaguars game in London this October. Start your journey today at everbank.com/London. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents for the United States and DC 18 and older. The Everbank London Getaway Sweepstakes from June 29 through August 27. For official rules, which include alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London rules. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, NA, member FDIC.
My daughter Alyssa was in a terrible car accident. She had to be airlifted to the hospital. Her ankle was smashed. Her bones were broken beyond repair. Her doctors were worried they might have to amputate, but Alyssa was a candidate for a new innovation to save her foot. They 3D printed a new ankle. She'd tell you about it, but she's out walking on the beach.
UF Health doctors saved Alyssa's foot with a custom chromium alloy 3D printed ankle bone. UF Health. Human progress has no finish line.
Welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour, Thursday, August 6th. Busy couple hours ahead. JP Shadrick, Jeff Lageman, Coach Mark Duffner with us. And yes, Jaguars.com senior writer John Oesher joining us in studio live.
JP, I would say this is a bittersweet moment, but I guess it's just sweet, right? I mean, it's
pretty good.
No, it's I've written it a few times, and it's how many times have we sat at the mic together for 14 years,
God.
and it's been it's been great. You'll be missed.
Or covered senior bowls and driven and gone to combines and ate in the high-velocity bar in the hotel. I mean, all these things. Yeah.
You don't get to work with somebody 14 years very often, and I've enjoyed it. So.
Awesome. I just had to read your stuff every day online and edit it,
Yeah, so for you, it's just very sweet.
Oh, man, I'm so glad to be out of here. Oh, my goodness.
No, we'll have Duff do it from now on.
So. Can we share a story about JP and be a little honest here?
Oh, boy.
John, because, you spent some time on the road with JP.
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever known a guy that's ever passed up a good bar? Less than JP Shadrick?
Well, some stories are meant to stay.
Yeah, well, just keep it down.
Nicely done, John.
Let me at least get to Phoenix
Nicely
first.
done. Nicely done, John.
But it's in a good way, a responsible way, in an adult way. I'm not saying you're crazy. I'm not anything of that nature.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you like to take in local flavor, and that's
a
good thing.
That's a better way to describe it.
That's a good thing. That's living.
So much.
I like it.
Local, national. Whatever flavor there was.
Get out amongst the people. Out amongst the people.
Man of the people.
No, Johnny, thanks for coming on, though. We appreciate it. It is time now. What are we doing next year? Let's see. It's time for Players to Watch. presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings. Before the game, after the game, and during the game, it's Duff's favorite place. Let's get into this offensive line situation that has developed over the last few days. Anton Harrison playing left tackle. At first it was like, let's try it out, kind of cross-train, whatever. No, but he's still out there, John.
Yeah, and to me, a hallmark of this regime has been its ability. Last year at wide receiver, remember, wasn't quite settled during training camp, and sort of in real time, they turned it into a question. They turned a question mark into a strength by going out and getting Jacoby, by just making sure they played Parker Washington when at first Parker Washington really wasn't the guy. So this team allows things to happen as it should. Doesn't the Anton Harrison to left tackle during camp sort of feel like an organic move of, okay, well, Cole's not here, let's try Anton here? I'll leave it to the football guys who know a lot more about it than I do. Doesn't Anton on the left side, now that it's there, doesn't it make sense to leave it?
Oh my gosh! Let me jump in quickly because I'm enthusiastic about it. I mean, it's something that has been bantered even all last year. That was his position at Oklahoma. Understand it's his preferred position. He's 24 years old. He's probably the best athlete you have on the offensive line. To get that solidified for the future, it's brilliant in my opinion. And it's an itch I was saying before that we've always kind of scratched. Well, shouldn't we? What? It's still out there. Well, it's over now, I hope. If they make that decision and build on it right now, and it's brilliant to do it this early in camp where he can start to work with Cleveland and other guys that are going to be part of that thing. Personally, I think it's superb thought. And if they don't, whatever. I love the way that they've cross-trained, mix and match, whatever you want to do. It provides depth for the future. It's smart ball. Kudos to everybody involved.
And to me, Jeff, isn't he sort of a natural, his skill set, I guess, works at both, but I've always thought
I'm going to disagree with Duff a little bit. I think Ezra Cleveland might be the best athlete, and a lot of players think that he might be the best athlete. But he's got, as far as for tackle, I think he's got great feet.
Sure.
I thought that Anton could have been moved to left tackle a couple of years ago, and Cam Robinson moved to right tackle. And having conversations with Cole Van Lanen over the last year or so, he's more comfortable on the right side. So I think that makes things kind of fit, right? And I don't know if you necessarily would have done this last year. And here's the reason why. If you go back and you look at the first couple of years with Anton, he wasn't finishing all the time, and his performance didn't really, I think, meet the expectations of where you wanted him to be. I thought they did a tremendous job of challenging him last year, both Liam Cohen, Sean Surratt, their offensive line coach, and then also Tony Boselli, I think, kind of got in the mix a little bit.
Yeah, why not?
Having been a Hall of Fame offensive tackle.
Yes. Good ball.
And it was clearly Anton Harrison's best year. And if you base the trust, which trust is a big word with coaches, Duff, you know it very well.
Big.
That if you based what the decision was being made on just last year, the trust factor, you say, we trust them. And I think that having last year under the belt with Anton Harrison allows you to have that trust to maybe make this move, which appears to be something that may be long-term.
He's earned it and got to keep earning it. But it does feel like, okay, you showed us last year you can handle it. He said on the field today, it's something he wants. He's never, when he's been the right tackle, he's never actively said, I want to be the left tackle. But inside, you can tell he wanted to be. And now it's his. I shouldn't say it's his, but it sure feels like something has to change now for it not to be his.
Yeah, and I'm curious, we'll see how long it takes for Van Lanen to get back, too. I mean, to even get back on the field and close. And then there'll be conversations around whenever that point is, September, October, who knows, when that's going to happen.
I don't think we've ever had any kind of expectation on that whatsoever laid out by anybody.
I haven't heard a timetable.
Yeah, I don't think they've ruled out week one, but it's not like it's guaranteed.
Right, so they'll have to work through that as well.
Yeah.
What about the guard spots? Everybody happy with the interior right now?
After 2 or 3 days in pads, I guess.
McCary's been off to the side some.
Yeah, and I mean, it feels like Milam will wind up winning that job at, what is that, left guard?
Right guard.
Right guard.
I'm sorry, right. And then McCary sort of slides into the role that Van Lanen was playing last year early, meaning he's their utility guy.
Because he played all 5 positions in Baltimore.
Right. And I guess I like to leave it up to football guys because they've seen it certainly more than I have. It sounds like Milam's coming along the last couple of days.
Well, I thought he was one of the best 5 offensive linemen last year until he got hurt. And his finish, I thought, was excellent last year, to where his finish challenged the veterans to learn how to finish like he was doing, which is very rare to see a rookie come in and kind of set the tempo in something of that fashion. But I think he's got a real good chance there at the right guard spot. McCary has been very limited in practice so far. The one guy that I will say, Chumi Doga, has been having a good camp so far. And the rookie at left guard.
I was going to ask you how because he's a dominant guy when he's right?
There's some guys that get off the bus and look different, and then they put the pads on, and Duff will tell you they don't play like Tarzan, they play more like Jane. Okay, but there's some guys that get off the bus that look like Tarzan and they play like Tarzan.
No doubt.
Okay, and I'm talking play like men.
Yeah.
When Pregnon gets his hands on somebody, it's over.
Now,
it's over.
But where does he play this year?
Yeah, is he out there this year?
But here's the thing: there's always something that may not quite feel right. Okay, that going back to that word trust. Okay, Ezra Cleveland, arguably your best athlete along the offensive line. As a guard, okay, if you've got to block somebody that moves like naming the recent headlines Aaron Donald, who can get on an edge real quick, that's not Pregnon's strong suit. Okay. So that's something that he's got to learn how to do to get real more discipline and sets and everything else. But you got to build trust.
Right.
You got a track record with Ezra Cleveland, and you trust him. You got to build trust with Pregnon, and you got to see him take on those scat guys that are quick to get on an edge on an offensive guard, and can he handle that quickness? Mm-hmm. When it comes to the power and the brute strength, again, once he gets his hands on guys, it's over.
Yeah, one thing I think, JP, you and I have talked about it, that people miss around here, because for a long time this franchise wasn't where it wanted to be. I think that's not breaking any news. You ideally like to be able to draft offensive linemen and not have them have to play right away, because they can grow into themselves. So all of a sudden, 2 years in a row now, it looks like you drafted Milam, didn't have to play him. You drafted Pregnon, maybe not have to play him, and really ready to go year 2. I get questions from fans criticizing that, and my thought is always, that's the mark that you're where you want to be. You've got 7 or 8 guys and not 4.
That's how good teams operate.
Outstanding point, John. No question. You want to be like that. And again, I think Milam's getting reps right now. They're quality reps. Pregnon's going to get more and more. Having McCary there. I mean, this is awesome right now, the setting we've got in terms of the players. You should feel great about it. But these young guys, it's money in the bank.
I think it's one of the best, most competitive offensive lines that we've seen here in a long time, because let's not ignore the center position as well.
Monheim is
you
there.
Like Monheim a lot.
I like Monheim. I like him. I think he's doing a really good job. He's, and both guys have strong traits, Hainsey and Monheim, and they're a little bit different. But that's competition there too, and that's real.
Well, we've just talked about Adoga, McCary, Monheim, Pregnon. That's 4 guys that might not start.
Yeah,
that's true.
Praise the Lord, man. I mean, this is man.
Praise the Lord.
No, I'm hallelujah. No, I know. I'm
got a little religion in your last show.
Repeat it with me. No, I'm serious. That's good stuff right now. That's the seat we want to be in. Awesome.
Jaguars training camp is, of course, here at Miller Electric Center in 2026. And come see us tomorrow in open practice, a mock game. All the rest of the open practices for training camp are sold out already, except tomorrow. So go to jaguars.com/training camp, 10 a.m., mock game tomorrow. Sold out August 9th. Sold out the joint practice against Carolina, the 19th. Sold out the 23rd. Sold out against the Buccaneers, joint practice on the 25th. So tomorrow, if you haven't booked already, is your chance to get in. Back in a moment. John, it's a pleasure to see you. Always
JP,
been a
you're
pleasure.
The best, my
for
friend.
14 years, man. We've been doing this.
Long haul, 2 touchdowns.
If you want to talk Cardinal football, you know who to call.
Well, I do. Tell you what, I'll call you. Don't call me.
That's great. Get out of here. John Oesher, Jaguars.com senior writer. We'll return with pride of the Jaguars running back Fred Taylor. This is Jaguars Happy Hour.
Jaguars fans, grab your passport. Open and fund a new Everbank performance account for your chance to win the Everbank London Getaway Experience. Round-trip airfare for two, hotel accommodations, and tickets to the Jaguars game in London this October. Start your journey today at everbank.com/London. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. The Everbank London Getaway Sweepstakes from June 29 through August 27. For official rules, which include alternate method of entry, price description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London Rules. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A., member FDIC.
What's Here is a place that generations have trusted to help their kids grow up healthy and strong. What's Here are caregivers with knowledge and expertise rivaling any children's hospital in the world. What's Here is the only Level 1 pediatric trauma center in our region. What's Here is Wolfson Children's Hospital, with the technology, research, and dedication to save and change countless young lives. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
The moment you drop off donations at a North Florida Goodwill, your things start new lives. A donated jersey helps someone suit up for success through education and training. A pair of old cleats helps a job seeker step confidently into new career opportunities. Every donation fuels Goodwill's mission to provide education, training, and career opportunities, removing barriers to employment and building brighter futures across our community. To find your nearest donation center and learn more, visit goodwillnorthfl.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
A bold change. A historic development is underway for the Bold City, and the Jacksonville Jaguars and team partners are part of it. The Jaguars First and Forward Development Partner Program highlights the significant transformative efforts made towards the city of Jacksonville. Belter, Brooks Building Solutions, Jackson Electric Supply, People's Gas, Start Tech, Miller Electric, AECOM Hunt, and WW Gay, championing progress on the field and in the community. The First and Forward Program, the First Coast Forward Together. Visit jaguars.com/forward together.
Hey Jaguars fans, are you ready for your next adventure? Then it's time to visit Ride Now Jacksonville and Ride Now Beach Boulevard. From motorcycles and side-by-sides to ATVs, boats, and personal watercraft, Ride Now has everything you need for the road, trail, and water. With top brands, great financing options, and a huge selection of parts, apparel, and accessories, there's never been a better time to ride. Visit Ride Now Jacksonville or Ride Now Beach Boulevard today and start your next adventure with Ride Now Power Sports. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
Welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour from the Hyundai Studios of the Miller Electric Center. JP Shadrick with you. Jeff Lageman, Coach Mark Duffner alongside. They'll be back with us here in just a few minutes. Coming up at 4:45, Kai Stevens joins us in studio. And then at 5 o'clock, it's Jags HQ on the Jaguars Radio Network with Pete Prisco and Tony Boselli. Oh, boy. Get your popcorn ready for 5 o'clock coming up. And certainly get it ready now, because joining us over Zoom on 1010XL, 92.5 FM, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube. It is pride of the Jaguars running back Fred Taylor and our pregame and postgame guest and host and one of our best friends in the world. Freddie T, what's up, man? How are you? Thanks for coming on.
JP, I'm okay, man. I could be better. But I am okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to miss you. I'll say that first and foremost. But things are okay, just constantly pivoting as you are. And I am so excited for you, brother. Man, you've been, I can say I admire you. You've been one of my closest allies and friends, especially in this media space. And I didn't take working alongside you lightly. So I do appreciate you for making me better in this space and always challenging me to be, at my best when we work together. So I'm going to miss that. But I know you're just a text away. I'm going to miss our bar hops in London, too.
We've done a couple of those over the years, Fred, for sure.
Yeah.
No,
so,
see, you're calling me out in front of Logs. He was saying stuff earlier about that. No, you came in with us in postgame. I forget the year. What year was that, Fred? Do you remember?
I think it was like 2012 or something.
Was that,
Dan Edwards kind of convinced me to take on the role, and it's been one of the best decisions ever made. And shout out to Dan for believing in me.
Oh yeah, same here with me. But it's been fun to see you grow into this space. I mean, because I think at first, you were trying to figure out what to say and the impact of what you say, and didn't want to, make anybody mad. And then as it went, I think you really started to grow into that and realize that what you say does carry a lot of weight. And so what? It's your opinion on players and coaching and whatever it was. And I think that's really been fun to watch your growth in this space. And now, obviously, you've taken it to a whole different level with the pivot and these interviews and what you're doing. And the sky's the limit, I think, for you and your team over there. So I just wanted to say thank you very much for all that, Fred. It's been fun.
No, I really appreciate it. The thing I learned is when you're doing this from a former player perspective, and I know Jeff Laz can speak to it as well as Tony when he comes on, you have to take on that leadership mindset. If you're a leader in a locker room, guys shouldn't feel offended if you call them out. It's not my job to beat them up for having a bad play or two, but it's my job to echo when they play great. But it's just my job to give a unbiased opinion, and let them know that, yeah, I love you. Yeah, you know that you didn't play your best, but I do believe that you'll have better days. So just speaking from that approach while also trying to be honest so the fan base don't take away my credibility. I learned to do that over the years. So it's been great, man. It's been good.
Yeah, it's maybe you've thrown 4 picks in a game. That doesn't mean you're a bad guy for throwing 4 picks in a game. That just means we got to figure out why you threw 4 picks in the game. And that's what our post-game show is about a lot of the times. Real quick, one more thought on this before we talk a little football, Fred. But what's your favorite memory of doing post-game? Like, we've had some really, really wild games, wins, losses. Which one stands out the most to you?
I think one, because you just mentioned throwing 4 picks and bouncing back. We can go to that Chargers game quickly, man. It was a playoff game, just the atmosphere and everything that followed in that particular moment. That one stands out immediately. We've done so many, JP, over the years, man. It's kind of really hard to just single one out and pinpoint one. We had some after losses that were hard to show up for, tough losses at that, where you expected the team to win and the game was so close, and then they became sort of redundant. Like, it was week to week to week, similar style losses, and here we are getting on the show trying to put our best foot forward to speak positively about the guys, hoping that the next week was going to be, that week that they did get a win. But we just stood in the paint, man, and did our job. And now we're able to witness a team go and do their job, a team that, 13-4 a year ago.
Yeah.
Put a great product on the field, hoping to see more of the same this year. Yep. And I will hope that for you as you venture out west. It's going to be a little tougher for you.
That's all right. Hey, I've seen some things, Fred. It's okay.
Exactly. This is true. This is true. And shout out to my young running back out there, Jeremiah Love. Okay. You're going to enjoy calling his name.
Awesome. Yeah, looking forward to getting out there for sure. Fred Taylor with us, pride of the Jaguars, running back for a few more minutes here. Let's get into this Jaguars running back room now. Obviously, Achan's gone. He's in New Orleans, so it opens up the door for the 2 young guys from last year, of course. Tootin and Allen kind of feel like they're leading the way. We've seen Chris Rodriguez out at practice, Fred, which is good after his offseason foot issue, and some salty vets around here too, and DJ Dallas, Amir Abdullah in year 12. Jamari Taylor's a rookie who's flashed some, Fred. So where do you stand with the running back room? I know you haven't really been here in person to see it, but what are you hearing at least, and how do you think this should be able to kind of flesh itself out?
It'll flesh itself out. I think we have some great evaluators. Tony, obviously, he's going to pick up on their energy and attitude and mindset. I know that's going to help carry whoever steps up and become the guy from that room, as well as Coach Cohen, Liam. You know, he's going to figure out who's going to be the best fit alongside Trevor, because whoever it is, it's not simply about just running the ball and being explosive. They got to be able to pass protect. They got to be able to know route concepts in the passing games. They got to be able to make sure Trevor Lawrence is comfortable with whoever he's handing it off to and whoever is protecting him and whoever he has to throw the ball to. So the guy that's able to do that on a more consistent basis will be the guy that emerge as the starter. And the competition is healthy. It's going to make every one of those guys go out there and perform their best. And pressure is going to break some pipes. So I'm going to tell you this. I love Tootin. He has the one thing that separates him from the rest of the guys in that room, and that's speed. You can't coach that. But also, he's a guy that has to learn how to play more tempo and under control. But here on the film is LaQuint Allen. He's the hardest working player on the team. Just being out there briefly during OTAs, just his demeanor, his body language, his energy, he would be my pick today to emerge. But again, I'm not around enough. I haven't seen every rep, but I do love his heart. I love to feel the energy when I'm around him. But whoever it is, JP, I just want them to be able to have healthy competition and to help each other. One guy will not get all the reps, so they're going to be able to split time and bring their best foot forward and do whatever is necessary to help this team win and make it back to the playoffs.
Fred, I think everybody loved watching LaQuint Allen play last year, just with the physicality he played. Yet on offense, we see that pass protection and everything, but in special teams, flying down the field and making plays and giving up his body. I mean, that's a big body coming at you with an attitude to go with it.
Yeah, he does, and again, he's fearless. We just recently did Jeffrey Simmons on the show during our stop in Tennessee for our training camp tour. Yeah, and I wanted to remind him of the shot that LaQuint gave him, but he's a big guy, so I was a little timid when I got ready to bring it up. But again, LaQuint, he wouldn't have been afraid in that particular moment. But he does it all, man. And as a coach, you get excited to see your guys just be able to go dig out the defender. So it's up in the air. Whoever it is, whoever they are, because, again, I believe it's going to be by a committee approach. Hopefully they can get the job done. But more importantly, they got to take care of the football. I don't care about the other stuff. Take care of the football, you give yourself an opportunity.
Yeah, and the ball is on the deck. That's bad for business for sure. Fred, when are you coming to camp?
Soon. Can I say Sunday?
Okay, Sunday.
I'll be there Sunday. Okay. I know it's an off day, I believe.
No, they're practicing Sunday. Saturday's off.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. It's not Sunday. My days are all running together, JP. It's Monday. It is Monday, officially Monday. I will be there. We are going to sit down with Coach Cohen on the pivot. Yeah. So something the Jaguar fan base have been looking forward to. And maybe even Travis. I'm not 100% sure.
Wow.
But I do believe Travis in his return and all that he's doing here in camp will be a great opportunity to sit down and catch up with him. It's been a while since we spoke to him, since before he won the Heisman back in Colorado. So maybe we can get that done and give the Jaguars fans something to engage in before the season starts.
We'll look forward to that. Hopefully it works out. Fred, it's been a pleasure since 2012 to get to know you, and it's not over. You know, we're just across the country. It's okay, and but I appreciate everything you've done for us and for me personally. So thanks for coming on, Fred. We appreciate you.
Oh man, I wouldn't have never missed this, man. This is our last one. So as you go out, we got to give each other a big Duval if you can.
Sure.
You know, might be your. I'm sure it won't be your last one, but it'll be our last one together from now.
Ready?
Let's do it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Duval. I kind of jumped the gun.
That's
so
okay. I love it, man.
Right.
You know, it's we spend a lot of time on post game with people stuck in traffic listening to us. So and Mike Dempsey with us as well. So a pleasure, Fred. We'll talk to you soon.
I'll catch up with you in a bit, JP. Be good, man.
Fred Taylor, pride of the Jaguars running back, joining us back in a moment. Duff and Logs return. Kainani Stevens joins us as well. Then at 5 o'clock. Pete Prisco, Tony Boselli on Jags HQ. This is Jaguars Happy Hour.
Is your organization ready to tackle its toughest challenges? For more than 30 years, CSI Companies has partnered with healthcare and technology organizations nationwide. From consulting on strategic projects to staff augmentation and workforce solutions, they help organizations navigate complex challenges with confidence. Learn more at csicompanies.com. That's csicompanies.com.
Jaguars fans, grab your passport. Open and fund a new Everbank performance account for your chance to win the Everbank London Getaway Experience. Round-trip airfare for two, hotel accommodations, and tickets to the Jaguars game in London this October. Start your journey today at everbank.com/London. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents in the United States and DC 18 and older. The Everbank London Getaway Sweepstakes from June 29 through August 27. For official rules, which include alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London rules. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, NA, member FDIC.
It's here that a tiny newborn has the heart surgery needed to save her life. It's here that a first grader learns to speak clearly and confidently. It's here that a 12-year-old athlete builds the strength to run full speed again. It's here at Wolfson Children's Hospital that answers are found, courage is shown, and odds are beaten every day. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
A bold change. A historic development is underway for the Bold City, and the Jacksonville Jaguars and team partners are part of it. The Jaguars First and Forward Development Partner Program highlights the significant transformative efforts made towards the city of Jacksonville. Belter, Brooks Building Solutions, Jackson Electric Supply, People's Gas, Start Tech, Miller Electric, AECOM Hunt, and WWK, championing progress on the field and in the community. The First and Forward Program, the First Coast forward together. Visit jaguars.com/forward together.
Seabreeze Propane is now a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Jags don't just partner with Seabreeze, they use Seabreeze Propane.
Wait a minute. This means we're basically on the team? I'm ready to deliver.
Propane tank, you deliver propane.
Exactly, and I take my position very seriously.
For the Jaguars, your home or your business, you can count on Seabreeze. New customers call Seabreeze and get $50 off your first propane delivery.
I'll head to the end zone. Can somebody carry me?
Seabreeze Propane. Slow mascot, fast delivery.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Jaguars tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Jaguars.
Welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour, brought to you in part by GEHA, Government Employees Health Association, from the Hyundai Studios at the Miller Electric Center, 1010XL, 92.5 FM, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube. Jeff Lageman, Coach Mark Duffner, and Kainani Stevens, Jaguars reporter, jumps in. How are you?
Quite the guest list you have today. And
it's a lot going on.
I'm in between Fred Taylor and the Hall of Famer Tony Boselli, so I appreciate you still getting me in. But I did come bearing a gift.
Oh, wow.
Everyone talking about
this.
JP loves the bar. He also loves his cigars, so we got you some celebratory cigars.
Look at that.
Very
to celebrate.
I don't think they allow smoking in this building.
Yeah, probably not. Don't.
Oh, that's awesome.
First,
Yes.
nice.
Very nice.
Kai.
Very nice,
Of
Kai.
course.
Thank you.
You
Very
deserve
sweet.
it.
You're relatively new to us here, a couple of years in
am.
now, but it's been a pleasure to sit beside you every day and talk ball.
I appreciate that. So JP, for those of you guys that don't know, in the office, JP's desk is next to mine. So I'm always bothering him with things and asking him about things that have happened in the past. Jaguars history, obviously, he knows a lot more than I do.
We got a lot of Jaguars history.
And there's been a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I always appreciated you were such a good resource for me because I've worked certain different places. Not everybody is as welcoming. And JP was very welcoming from the very first day, and I always appreciated that.
Ah, sweet. That's awesome. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate that. All right, let's talk a little ball here.
All right, all about ball. Let's get back to it.
Let's get to the injury report presented by UF Health. Cole Van Lannen's still on PUP list, of course. We talked a little bit about that earlier, guys. Christian Braswell's been working off to the side. Pregnon was working off to the side for a minute today as well, but there's a few that stand out, Kai. And we've talked a lot about Anton Harrison playing left tackle the last, 5 days or so.
Sure. What about six? But who's counting?
Sorry,
Jeff Lageman is counting.
Yeah. Apparently, Jeff Lageman. What about? Let's get into this receiver room because obviously they did a lot of their work last year without Travis Hunter out there, and that's the bulk of their production was that. Parker Washington seems to be having another good camp. It is contract year for him. Brian Thomas Jr. has made some nice catches over the shoulder down the field, looking good, have some confidence about him. Obviously, Jacoby's had some drops early, but they're not worried about him. This is a strong group. It may not have a true number one guy. Maybe Brian Thomas emerges into that, but pound for pound, they're pretty darn strong.
And I think they might operate best that way. I know Trevor likes to have options. I feel sometimes when he feels pigeonholed, that's not the best way to operate for him. So having all of those options that he actually trusts and can go to and have the same amount of trust in all those different guys is a good thing to have. And then also, I've been impressed with some of the rookies. Josh Cameron every day makes a catch where I'm like, ooh, it's almost always the play of the day is a Josh Cameron, some kind of crazy catch. And he's a little more physical as well. He's a bigger receiver, which is something they've been looking for a while, like someone that can go up and get it.
What is he, 220 or something?
He can go up and get it. He also is someone that they've used a little bit in the punt return game. So whether or not, because Parker Washington is amazing on special teams, but when you have an amazing player on offense, they don't always want to use him on special teams. So I don't know if they'll continue to use him in the same way, but Josh Cameron's someone that's really explosive and has the ability to be there as well. And so that's why I'm kind of looking forward to the mock game tomorrow, because that's when we see some of the combinations, some of the possibilities where they're thinking ahead of where they may actually use them come season time. So, and even the offensive line too.
Yeah.
Let me just say this to you. It's wow. This group is a wow group. Yes. Who are you going to defend?
Right.
I mean, and how are you going to defend
and then throw the tight end in the mix and good luck.
What Kai said, I mean, all these guys are players right now. I mean, geez, I think Brian Thomas is a number one. But Parker Washington every day's got highlights out there. Jacoby Myers, steady player. The two rookies she talked about, Kai, you mentioned, again, Cameron every day too. Williams is an excellent route runner. Jeez, I think it's great, and that it's going to be nightmares for the defensive coordinator and the defensive opponent staff.
Yeah, I think with the two young wide receivers, somebody's got to emerge in that special teams role.
Oh, yeah.
Because the reality is those two young guys aren't going to find a role catching the ball. I mean, who are you going to take the ball away from? Parker? Brian? Travis?
No.
Jacoby?
No.
Brent Strange? No. But just a quick little note on the tight end group, and I made this comment earlier today. I think that this is the deepest, most talented tight end group that's ever been had in Jaguars history.
Ever? In the history of the franchise.
30-plus years.
Yep.
Really?
Name me a better collection. You go back to
who was around Mercedes?
Mercedes Lewis and Kyle Brady, but they were blocking tight ends. Okay, Brenton Strange is a top
Except
5.
when it was a contract year for Mercedes, he had 10 touchdowns or something.
Right.
Of course,
but
shocking.
on 15 catches.
Right.
Or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Okay, but Brenton Strange is a top 5 tight end. Okay, your draft pick tight ends, Borkshire is going to be a very balanced tight end that can block and catch. Okay, and I think the hidden gem might be Colziol because he runs really well.
He's 6'7", too.
And he's always been a willing blocker. He's got the size that you talk about, but he's going to get some coaching, okay, on how to block a little bit better. His base got narrow when he was in college, but he's always been a willing blocker. And then look at some of the other guys that are on this football team. I mean, heck, 80 last year might have been one of the best core special teamers.
Let's shoot Hunter Long.
Drawing his name, Quentin Morris.
Yeah, Quentin Morris.
One of the best special teamers you had on your roster.
And he was great when Britton was hurt. He stepped in on offense and
he
played
was
great.
Kicking some people's, down the field. He had some of the best
No, I
blocks.
don't know what.
Rear ends.
Rear ends.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Nicely done.
Love that.
Shoot, Hunter Long had some catches last year, and boy, he's having a pretty good camp. So I'm with Jeff.
He's having a great camp.
A really good camp.
And here's the crazy thing: we kind of write him off a little bit. But
not so fast.
He's having a better camp than he had last year.
You keeping 4 tight ends?
Yes. And here's why. Okay, there's a reason why they drafted 2 tight ends. It's because the coach wants to have tight ends in his play calling arsenal. That's the wave of the NFL nowadays, is to have the tight ends. And Duff, you could probably explain this better than I, of what having two tight ends on the field does in limiting a defense's options as far as play calling.
Well, Jeff, I don't know if I can because you're darn good at it, but I will say this to you. It puts major stress on the defense, run game and pass game. And then when you bring in 13 personnel where you have 3 tight ends, 1 running back, and 1 receiver in the game, a lot of teams don't know how to line up to it. They get misaligned. You can incorporate unbalanced line in that group too. And then if you open that up with guys that are legit receivers, which we got, geez, well, now that they may have sent in their big guys to match you up, and then now they can't match up in terms of the pass game. So it just is a brilliant way to attack, have more bullets in your belt right now to go after defenses, and we've got real guys.
Okay, going back a couple years ago, the tight end that we had, Evan
Ingram.
Yeah. Okay. If you got 3 Evan Ingrams on the field, you know what the defense is going to do? Treat them like wide receivers.
Correct.
Okay, so there's no advantage to that. But when you have Brenton Strange and Borkshire and Colziel, who are all 250-pound plus guys that can block and also receive, now you're given one of the best play callers in the National Football League, okay, a lot of toys to play with, and limiting defenses' options to be able to combat it.
And I'm with Jeff. Jeff told me early last year about Strange, about what a quality player he is, and I watched him as the season started and went on. You talk about a blocker. I mean, I know he's a great receiver, but, geez, I coach those outside backers. And we're always looking for a guy. Is he going to really block? This cat will block you, and he stays on you. So he's got what you want, both in terms of the run game and the pass game. I mean, a terrific addition or productive player for us.
All right, Kai. What do you got coming up for camp coverage? Because I have no idea anymore.
Yeah, you got some other stuff to go on. You got stuff to do this week. We're back on Jags AM, so that's great. We get a little bit of a recap every week, and it'll be 2 shows next week. We'll be on Tuesday and Thursday, so we're back to a couple days a week, so we can kind of get everybody back on board. And we're always live from practice, so you get a live view as well of what's going on during the day. So it's a cool look if you can't get into practice, which I think there's still availability for tomorrow. Yes. But if you can't get in, it's a nice way to kind of watch it that way. And it's cool, and forgive me if I'm incorrect. This feels like a year where they're going to cut some really good guys that are going to go somewhere else and see a lot of success. And in the last couple of years, I don't know if there's been as many, but this seems like a roster where there's not a ton of spots that are open, and there's going to be a lot of good guys that maybe end up somewhere else. But having that competition on the field in training camp is very unique this year, and it's cool to see it and see everybody get better.
That's a good feeling, though. That means the team's pretty darn good if you're cutting good players at the deadline coming up. Kai, been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that. I'm going to have to, it's a long distance call for me to talk crap to you now. I can't just turn over to my left and say
I have a feeling you'll pay the bill and
I'll
do
find
it
a
anyway.
way. I think you're still in the NFL email system, so I will bother you.
Okay, that's fine.
It's going to happen, so just be prepared.
Love that. Kai Stevens with us, of course. Coach Duffner, it's a pleasure, brother.
It's been my pleasure. And I mentioned earlier, Arizona doesn't know how good they've got it with you arriving there. You've done a magnificent job. I appreciate how you've helped me along in this end of it, and you're a true professional. Well done.
That. And we go back to my first year, 2012, and you were on the coaching staff, and it's been fun to follow your career since you left here, and then now that you're back with us, it's been a pleasure to really sit down with you every week.
Off. No, but I will just say again, couldn't be more excited for you. It's well deserved.
We're lucky to have you on our air, that's for sure, Duff. And Logs, I'll get with you later.
Yeah, we got a little bit of time.
We got another hour
to
do. So we'll discuss all that coming up. What do you guys want to hear from Pete and Tony coming up?
Oh gosh, just let Pete go on a rant for 10 minutes of you. That'll be fine.
All I know is that JP, you better make sure you got your thick skin on, buddy.
Nah, no, it's coming. I mean, this is apparently the MASH unit because Logs' arms racked up like a gordita. We got Tony is doing something. I mean, this is going to be an interesting little time coming up here in just a minute.
JP, good luck with Tony and Pete.
You know, I did it for 11 years. I think I'll be fine for one more 10-minute window.
More minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. It's part of the deal.
Are you sure you're going to be okay? Do you want me to stay in here with you and help you along?
I've traveled these waters before.
I'll be your emotional support guy.
Yeah,
if you need
great.
it.
I'll cry on your shoulder later, I guess. All right, that'll do it for Jaguars Happy Hour. Coming up, though, don't go anywhere. It is Jags HQ, Pete Prisco, and Tony Boselli to start the show. Then we'll hear from James Gladstone as well. It's coming up in mere moments. This has been Jaguars Happy Hour.
Welcome to Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida. JP Shadrick and former Jaguar Jeff Lageman sit down each week with the decision makers of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
We're going to bring you a product that you all can be proud of. With that, game on.
Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, starts right now.
Welcome in. It is Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida from the Hyundai Studios at the Miller Electric Center. We are on the Jaguars Radio Network, and we've got a busy show ahead. A little different feel in this one today. JP Shadrick with you, and it is a reunion of Jaguars Happy Hour Monday. Pete Prisco, Tony Boselli.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
What's up, Pete?
JP, you know what, JP? I'm going to be really sad because now your dad doesn't have anybody to hate anymore. I mean, what are we going to do?
Oh, he can still hate you. He can still hate you, Pete.
I don't think that's going away.
I feel bad for. Isn't Ron Wolfley the color guy out there?
Not anymore. He's doing a radio show only. It's AQ Shipley now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, offensive lineman, you're sticking with OL.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, first of all,
and by the way, in that offensive lineman will actually be able to probably say names, unlike the one we used to work with.
Sports coats.
I don't know about that, Pete. I think that's a little over dramatized.
Love it.
JP, before we just Shipley. Oh, go ahead, Pete. It's your show, Pete. Just keep on talking because what's new?
That AQ Shipley, your dad will hate him in about 3 months.
I love it.
Before we just are no longer nice to you, congratulations, JP, on the role you got at Arizona. Well deserved. You're a pro at what you do. You always have been, and you will be missed around here.
Thank you, bud. Appreciate it.
You'll be missed around here.
And JP, we're going to still hear your calls because you're in the National Football League still. It's not like you're going backwards, you know.
Oh, and if it's a bad call, Pete, just rip city.
Get used to saying Jacoby Brissett run to the right, throw an interception, it's returned the other way for a touchdown.
Oh, that's tough. JP, don't respond to that.
I'm not.
Do not respond to that.
You know what happened? Here's what happened. Everybody out there heard your Monday night previews on our show. And so everybody around the league, they said, you know what? We got to find out about this guy.
The problem is, Pete, those got really kind of substandard the last year.
They were great.
No, the last year you got so complacent.
I didn't mail it in. Don't be saying that.
I mean, I don't know what it was like.
You were mailing it in.
Come on, guys.
I mean, there was a time when that was the best part of the show, but no, kind of tailed off.
I know. Because the rest of the show is you two.
Having two Monday night games, you kind of lost it a little bit. Remember, you kind of didn't have the same oomph for it.
Well, it's a lot it's 2 games. It's a lot to handle.
Yeah, you can handle that.
No, just stop. It's not a lot.
But JP, we are happy for you, man. I know this is something you want to do for a long time, and you know, it's a great opportunity. And I tell you, living in Arizona, having gone to school there, you can live in a lot worse places. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's not Jacksonville, but you know, if you can't live here, it's not a bad place to be. No, you'll do great. It'll be fun. Man, what a great time we had on the show for 11 years.
11 years of this.
And you guys had a great show last year with Austin and JP. You gave your best. It's all you can ask for, and that's why you're going on to the next opportunity. Dominated this role, now go dominate that role.
I got to tell one story about Pete. We go back, Pete, to the Suns days, 2006. I used to go on the Pete Prisco show like weekly, I think, and talk about Suns baseball. And I actually filled in as a host for Pete a couple times when he was out or whatever, so I would host it from the ballpark or wherever we were. There was one time we had a pitcher named Joey Norito who was kind of a slighter-framed guy, not really a prospect, but he was hot. I mean, he had won like 6 straight starts or something. And not dominant, but just crafty and getting it over and just carving people up. Like, weird. Okay, Pete kept pestering me to get him on the show. Let's get him on the show. Let's get him on. Okay, fine. Joey, will you do this show for Pete so he'll shut up? We get Joey Norito on the show, on the Pete Prisco show.
Never won another game.
He lost the next 3 starts. It got shelled.
I
was
like
crack. I mean, like, just the confidence was shot because he was on with Pete.
Oh, that's fun.
I can do that to somebody. I mean, look what we did to him all those years. I mean, think about it.
What are you talking about? I landed a pretty good gig.
You landed a great gig. You used to shake and shiver when you walked out of there. You were so flustered.
Please.
Hey, Pete, by the way, look what he's wearing today. He's got the hoodie on.
Of course he's got the hoodie on. I'm sure Gladstone's sitting right next to him. He's probably got the same hoodie on, too.
If he walks in with the same hoodie, I'll lose it.
Oh, he might.
That's a new one, though. The white one. That's a new one for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a new one. You got to change it up and comfortable.
Is it Lululemon?
No, this is not. It's not Lululemon. I actually don't know what brand it is, to be honest with you.
I love it.
Is it Jaguars issued? Let me
see right here. Jags.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Official.
I don't know what it is. I have no idea.
There was a picture sent out last week. Standing on the practice field, and all 3 of them were dressed exactly like Nick. And I'm like, what the hell?
Pete's texting me. He's like, you're wearing the hoodie. I said, I've been wearing a hoodie since I got this job, but yes, I'm still wearing it.
JP.
I'm not going to have this conversation. I don't care. By the way.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, you do. Because here's why.
You know what's worrisome?
JP's the one person. JP's the one person that
everyone
can say
knows what you're going to say. But here's the thing. I might need to get a restraining order because you are like psychotic and unbalanced about what I wear. I mean,
we both are laughing about it all year last year. And by the way,
that tells you
we said it on the show.
We won 13 games and you're worried about what I'm wearing. I mean, that tells you how professional you are, Pete.
On the show, JP, you kept saying, I wore it before. I wore it when we came on the show. JP, now that you're not going to be working for him anymore, go ahead, tell him.
I mean, you were wearing T-shirts, Tony. Let's be real. You weren't wearing this.
No, when it got colder, I wore these.
No, you did not.
And by the way, the reason I didn't wear Lululemon for a lot of years, I was too fat. I wouldn't fit in it.
They'll never believe I do yoga. No chance.
Pete, no, it wouldn't literally fit. I mean, Pete, you used to be a fat man too. You and I both lost weight about the same time. You know for a fact you couldn't slide a Lululemon on that old pear-shaped round frame that you had.
No, but maybe JP will be able to wear Lululemon when he gets there.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah. You might want to. I mean, I don't want to say anything, JP, but before you show up the new job, you might want to push away the plate a little bit.
Get a couple laps in. Okay. Wow.
He is so. Look what he did to the head coach. I mean, my gosh,
he looks good. Coach. He looks good, doesn't he?
Because he threatened him the first day on the job, I think. You know,
there wasn't a threat.
I said, Liam, you should have told Tony, hey, at one point you were 375, dude.
The key part of that sentence, Pete, is at one point. Right. I mean, listen, at one point you were 5'3", 255. Now
I'm 5'3" again because I'm shrinking. never 255.
Well, it looked like that.
No, it did. It's just that when you're so short, everything gets compacted and square.
It was square,
right? Love it.
Oh yeah.
Tony Boselli and Pete Prisco with us, Jags HQ on the Jaguars Radio Network. Glad you're along with us. Pete, you want to cut the roster today?
No, we're not doing that.
I mean, I could have cut it when I was there minicamp. Are you kidding me? I'm in Buffalo right now. I'm doing the Bills. I was talking to their GM today on the sideline. I'm going to cut your team right now. You can.
What'd Brandon say?
Well, he's not. He goes, you're not wrong within reason. There's like 3 or 4 guys at the end of a roster that you have to make decisions on. But basically, you can almost cut your team right now. You really can.
I don't know. We say that, but I think, and you guys tell me, because you guys, I wasn't sitting in your guys' seat like I did for all those years where we would be calling balls and strikes from a distance. Yeah. I mean, that's what you do in the media, which is that's your job. That was my job before. And the one thing I think that from the seat I sit in now, you have a perspective of what it's going to be. But we have 5 weeks before we kick it off. We have 3 joints, 3 different preseason games. A lot will change. I would say this, Pete, when you guys were doing this show last year at this time, would you have had Danny Strigow and B.J. Green making the team?
No.
I'm trying to think. I don't think we did.
No.
We might have had B.J. Green on the
chance.
On the last. No,
I don't think. I'm saying I would highly
because you were
doubt
down a guy. You were down an end or something, and we might have had.
No, we weren't down any.
But not. But we. Well, who got cut at the end there that we would have had on the team then?
I don't remember. We kept more ends though. We kept actually more ends. We kept 6 ends instead of 5.
We might have had one of them on there, but we certainly didn't have both of them.
No, but my point is, so many things are going to happen throughout the next 4 weeks of camp. I mean, by the way, I think it was right about this time. So if you had cut the team before this time, you wouldn't have Austin Johnson on the roster.
No.
I mean, you probably would have the 2 guys that they drafted the year before making it.
Right.
And I'm not, because we all did it, and I used to do it with you guys. And listen, you have a perspective right now. We're evaluating the roster every single day, and there's guys that everyone knows. You know what I mean? But call it the back third. A lot of stuff can happen.
The third, come on, that's like not the third, maybe 10.
Okay, 20%. The last 20%, which would be 10. That'd be 10.
Okay.
10%. 10% of 53, Pete, is 5.
Right.
I know you're a journalist.
So 20%.
I mean, you can't do math. I know you write for a living, but
it really, I don't even think it's 10, to be honest with you. I think it's more like 5.
I honestly, I'm not going to say what the number is or isn't because I don't know.
Well, I know you're not because you don't want to give out any information.
No, but
we'll say it 5.
But I think whatever. My point is, I think in most camps. Well, I know in fact, where and I think true to form, if you look at all of last year, where we said at the beginning of the year it's going to be about competition, people are going to earn their job on the field. I think that was consistent throughout the entire season with how we move people up and down, and what our final, let's call it the last 8 games, 6 to 8 games, what that starting unit looked like. Some because of injuries, but also some guys just earned. I promise you this now, you probably had Antonio Johnson on the team last year at this time. You didn't have him leading the league in interceptions and starting at safety.
No.
And one of the most impactful players. So it's fun in the media and for our fans to constantly say, here's the 53 and all that stuff. And I think that's good. That's what you guys get paid.
And by the way, in January's last show that you did with us before you took that job, you didn't have Antonio Johnson doing what he did either.
I didn't. I raised my hand. You're right. And so, but there's so much stuff that's going to happen over the next 4 or 5 weeks that we'll see. Yeah. Bottom line is we need the best 53, the best team we can be. We got to go win football games.
Everybody gets a chance to go prove it. And if they prove it on the field, then
they're going to have opportunities.
And then we've seen that certainly here already.
That's right.
By the way, real quick, I did tell Bean today, I said, hey, by the way, at that last play when Trevor only seen Parker Washington because you would have lost that game if he did.
What'd he say?
He goes, we saw it.
Love it.
No, I don't need you rubbing salt in the wound, Peter. I still haven't got over that game.
It's a tough one. Nobody here has.
I don't think I'll get
over it.
By the way,
they think, like you guys, they thought highly of you guys. They thought maybe that you guys would have been the team that made the run had you beat them.
Oh.
Just like if they had beat Denver, they would have been the team.
100%. And that's the fun thing. That's what we're all fighting to do. You got to get in the tournament. We got a long way to go. We're not even thinking about that right now. But that's the great thing about, if you look at the entire NFL right now, how many years in a row now is it, Pete? Some division, a team goes from worst to first.
Yeah.
So who's that going to be this year?
The Cardinals.
Okay, let's go.
The Arizona Cardinals.
Hey,
let's go, JP.
JP. I know you're Captain Sunshine all of a sudden now for Arizona, but that ain't happening.
But there's going to be some team that's going to get on a run and improve the roster and play better, and there's going to be other teams that made it last year aren't going to be in it. And that's the beauty of the NFL. It's the parity, the competitiveness week in and week out, and we got to be at our best.
Pete, we've got to run, but it's been a pleasure to have
JP,
you guys back
again,
for
it was
a
great.
reunion.
It was great working with you for all those years. We had a great time. You interrupted me and Tony when we went off the rails and brought it right back to where it was supposed to be.
Pete, he had the hardest job.
Tried.
He had the hardest job in radio because there was no reining Pete and I in. There were so many times that JP inside the business would be sitting here, and he's responsible, just like now. We're doing it again to him, so let's stay true to form. Yeah. That his responsibility is to get us to break on time. And he'd be in the studio giving me like, hey, let's wrap it up. And Pete and I would ask about 3 more questions to each other and just keep on going. And JP's just sitting there shaking his head. And it's like, hey.
You know what, too? Real quick, Tony loved radio so much he won't give Liam his show back.
Yeah, how about that? He hijacked it.
He can't get off the air. He loved it too much.
He hijacked it and then forced the GM to do it.
That's not accurate. That's not the truth. You guys are both lying. That's okay, though. What's new? Pete always lies. He makes up stuff on the show all the time.
17th, I will be in Jacksonville to do the first show live because I'm going to be there for training camp that week. Yeah, wow. I will be there live.
A whole week of Pete Prisco in the building.
Well,
what are the chances?
I'm out of here.
What are the chances somebody's going to want to punch him by the end?
That's pretty good. Odds are high.
Yeah, probably Bryce Young because I'll make a short joke.
Pete.
Pete Prisco. It's a pleasure. We'll talk soon, I'm sure.
All right, Pete.
We'll keep in touch, JP.
See you soon.
Best of luck to you.
See you
guys.
Appreciate you. Pete Prisco, CBS Sports Senior Writer. Tony, don't go anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
James Gladstone coming in. We've got Jeff Lageman coming in. In just a moment, it's Jags HQ on the Jaguars Radio Network.
Jaguars fans, grab your passport. Open and fund a new Everbank performance account for your chance to win the Everbank London Getaway Experience. Round-trip airfare for 2, hotel accommodations, and tickets to the Jaguars game in London this October. Start your journey today at everbank.com/London. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents in the United States and DC 18 and older. The Everbank London Getaway Sweepstakes from June 29 through August 27. For official rules, which include alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London rules. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, NA, member FDIC.
Ever see people move an umbrella at a tailgate to cover the beer coolers? Or fill their only sink in a hotel room with ice? It's actually kind of crazy the lengths people will go to make sure their beer is ice cold. But no matter what people do, one thing is pretty clear. Because it's not a beer unless it's a cold beer. That's why the Coors Light Mountains turn blue, to tell you when your beer is as cold as the Rockies. Celebrate responsibly. 2026 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
What's here is a place that generations have trusted to help their kids grow up healthy and strong. What's here are caregivers with knowledge and expertise rivaling any children's hospital in the world. What's here is the only Level 1 pediatric trauma center in our region. What's here is Wolfson Children's Hospital, with the technology, research, and dedication to save and change countless young lives. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back. Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, continues right now.
Welcome back to the Liam. No, it's Jags HQ. JP Shadrick.
JP taking some liberties. You know for a fact somebody's going somewhere at the end of the week. He's like, I can say anything I want. What are they going to do?
That's right. Sayonara.
That was one of the greatest lines Pete Prisco might have ever had.
It's just
he got you.
He didn't get me because, like, people say Pete got you. I'm like, when Pete makes stuff up and says things that are not true and I don't respond, that doesn't mean he got me. It just means he's making stuff up.
Oh, man. Jeff Lageman back with us.
It's tough to reconcile with.
How do you respond to a lie?
It's tough to reconcile with.
James Gladstone with us now is, of course, the general manager of the Jaguars. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it as always. Hey, mock game tomorrow. Let's go. Put the benches out. Bring some bleachers in.
It's going to be fun. And all that James talked about the more of the details of what we're doing tomorrow as far as on the field. But one thing that's going to be really cool is we're going to have all the players' families, as we do every open practice, packed stands. But we're also going to put some stands in the, I guess that'd be the northwest corner of the second field, up against, so they can see the field, and put 3 high schools in there.
Oh, cool.
And so I know it's Episcopal and I don't know, what are the, I can't think there are 2 schools. But anyways, so high school football teams are going to come and watch the game there. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, how about on the field? What are you expecting tomorrow, James?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Obviously, a little different than last year where we were able to do the mock game in the stadium. We're going to have a more intimate setting and do it from the practice field. Obviously, bringing some extra fans, stands in there so that we can have that, surrounded feel to the field and try to mimic as much as we can a real flow of a game. Guys are going to go out. They're going to get their warm-up as if they were pre-game, and then they're going to go ahead and move to different sides of the field. From there, you'll have our coaches up top in our facility who are going to be talking down in all likelihood. And then, we're going to kick it off and get a good thing going.
See, that part you just talked about, having the coaches upstairs and the headset, was crucial last year just to figure out who's talking with who when.
Yeah, everything was brand new.
Brand new.
We actually last year did the same thing during a practice, I think even before the mock game, because we're like, hey, we got to
get a couple rounds.
Get a couple reps at this. It's like we haven't done this as a group before.
Yeah. I think they were using the balcony by your office for the coaches'
We'll do the same thing. Yeah. We'll have a couple different balconies we'll use. James and I will probably be up there watching, instead of on the field like we have most of this camp.
Clear the sidelines.
Yeah, so just to clean it up a little bit and be able to see better.
Padded practice too, right? Padded practice.
Oh, so yeah, it's full pads. It's not. It's a full speed
thud
to thud.
Okay.
Which means in our case,
not tackling.
No, but I don't know if you've watched practice. We have a couple guys who just decide to tackle every once in a while, no matter what. The fun thing is, I think one of the things that has shown up so far in this camp, early stages still, is the competitive nature of the guys we brought in. I mean, it's a very competitive environment on the field. I think what'll be fun tomorrow that people don't probably see as much is the competitive nature of both Liam and Campy. Because like most of practice, we always have a call it period where they're just calling plays that aren't scripted. But most of practice is scripted, just like when we did.
So tomorrow will not be scripted.
Tomorrow is a call it. Both team guys calling it. And there's real. I mean, like their teammates.
Any side bets going on?
No.
Gambling's illegal.
There's a good chance somebody's not going to be sleeping good tomorrow night.
Well, here's the thing. You see the competitive nature out of both of them because even when it's scripted, if one side gets the better of the other, man, not happy. Not happy at all.
And the scoreboard will be on.
Scoreboard will be on. So
matters.
It'll be a lot of fun. Just the competitiveness. I think it's good. Jeff, you and I talked about when we were players, it's always good to have competition on the roster, in the building. It raises the level of everybody's play. And so it's going to be a fun environment tomorrow.
I got to say that watching you guys so far in this early part of camp and watching very closely, this might be the most competitive roster that this team has had in years. From you name it, from offensive line, the tight end group might be the deepest I've ever seen it. The running back room competitive, but I mean the defensive end group that you have been able to assemble from last year to this year with a couple draft picks. It's fun to watch because you can tell that there's a sense of urgency throughout the roster because there's a lot of guys looking not only in front of them, but also guys looking behind them. And that's a really good place to be.
Yeah, I think, there's a lot that goes into that. I think let's start from the standards that Liam holds firm. I think that stuff has been established in a really clear way over the course of the last year and a half. And, through that, you get an embrace from the players themselves to commit themselves to the physicality that we want to see show up in those settings and the competition that we want to breed in order to get the best out of everybody that we can. And, in the same breath, it's been a really clean and sharp operation, especially in comparison to this time last year. It feels from one segment to the next as if it's controlled but physical. And the urgency exists. There's no slow lulls or anything to that degree, and the players aren't allowing it. The coaches aren't allowing it to ever dip, and when it does, to get back on track very quickly so that it doesn't really show itself with some version of a sentiment walking off the grass where you're like, man, that wasn't up to our standard.
I always kind of love it when, Tony, you always say it's time we can play real football now when the pads go on, and there was a moment in practice, and I can't remember if it was the first practice or the second padded practice, and Trevor is in shotgun. He's got LaQuinn Allen Jr. lined up to his right, and on the snap, LaQuinn Allen checks the right side and then swings to the left side, and here comes rookie defensive end Durfee coming up the field at a pretty high rate of speed, and LaQuinn Allen Jr. introduces him to the NFL, and I just said, I love that guy. I love LaQuinn Allen Jr., and I love padded practices.
No, I think it goes across the board. I mean, you see the physicality. I mean, I think, one of the things emphasized this offseason was the run game, and I think you see the offensive line coming off, and it's not an easy task when you're trying to block the number one rush defense from last year and most of that unit back. And so you see that competitive nature out of those guys and the physicality. You talk about the young guys showing up across the board. You talk about physicality, you look at the two young receivers that we go out there and big, physical. I think one of my favorite moments of setting a standard, what you expect, it's day one, and you have C.J. Williams, who's the rookie out of Stanford, big receiver, but he's called to go dig out Antonio Johnson. And that's a real test.
Not easy.
Not a lot of. He didn't face a lot of Antonio Johnson.
Explain what dig out means, because some people may not know.
In our run game, it is critical as a wide receiver. You got to go block. And so if they bring the safety down, or he's coming down, and you're that inside receiver, your responsibility is to take a beeline and meet him, 4 yards, whatever.
In a violent fashion.
In a violent fashion to allow our back to get to the second into the third level. And Antonio's rotating down, and CJ's sitting there, and it's a great moment because he's had a great camp up to that point. OTAs, catching the ball, trustworthy, assignment clean. And then the first time he has a chance against one of the bigger safeties who's coming off a great year and is having a great camp himself, want to prove something. And, man, it was a great competition because CJ stuck his face right in the fan and got after it. And Antonio didn't make it easy for him, kind of shed the block late. But it's a great sign because what you're hoping guys are when they come in and we draft, and James has done a great job of saying this is what we're looking for and this is the type of individual we want, and we're going to be disciplined in that approach. And then you see it come to life early in those padded moments, and that's what you're looking for.
Let's come back in a moment and get into some offensive line talk. A lot going on there.
Oh, finally, we're going to talk about something important.
I'm going to ask James about it. We're not worried about Tony things.
Mic off, Tony.
Jags HQ on Jaguars Radio.
Brooks Rehabilitation is proud to be the official rehabilitation partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The top-ranked rehabilitation hospital in Florida by U.S. News and World Report. Our playbook is individualized treatment and exceptional care to get you back to living your life. Brooks has cutting-edge technology and therapy solutions in every care setting, treating sports injury, orthopedics, brain, spinal injuries, and more. Go beyond your expectations with Brooks Rehabilitation.
Hey Jaguar fans, get next level performance with Renewal by Andersen Replacement Windows and Doors. Right now, score 20% off your custom window and door replacement project, plus 12 months special financing. Defend your home against Florida weather with our Acclaim Impact Windows, built for the storm, backed by the Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free design consultation and put a winning team on your side. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
A bold change. A historic development is underway for the Bold City, and the Jacksonville Jaguars and team partners are part of it. The Jaguars First and Forward Development Partner Program highlights the significant transformative efforts made towards the city of Jacksonville. Belter, Brooks Building Solutions, Jackson Electric Supply, People's Gas, Stark Tech, Miller Electric, AECOM Hunt, and WWK, championing progress on the field and in the community. The First and Forward Program, the First Coast Forward Together. Visit jaguars.com/forward together.
Welcome back. Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, continues right now.
James Gladstone, Tony Boselli with us on Jags HQ. JP Shadrick with Jeff Lageman on the Jaguars Radio Network. Glad you're along with us. Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida. All right, the offensive line group, really competitive group, obviously, in the interior with the young guys, a lot of them contributing last season in places, pushing some of the veteran players on the interior. And then there's a lot going on at the tackle positions right now with Cole Van Lanen on PUP and Anton Harrison flipping to the left side. What went into that, and how's it going so far?
You know what? I do think it's always good to have as many guys back from a year ago that we're seeing now in action. I mean, to have 9 guys who were with us a year ago and still in the fold, I think that's a really important piece, in particular for this position group, right? The continuity, the cohesiveness, it's such an important piece to develop along the way, and that doesn't come with just the snap of a finger. And so I think inherently we're going to see a lot of benefits from that. At the same time, guys know, not unlike last year, we're going to move some people around this time of the calendar year in order to get a feel for flexibility, agility of the mind and the body, and which combination makes the most sense for us walking into the season. And so it's been great to get a picture of that. In particular with Anton, who, no surprise, he's playing like you would expect and doing a great job in that setting. At the same time, be able to get glances at other guys stepping into roles that they otherwise haven't had the chance to showcase yet and doing the same. So it's really been a healthy piece to the process, and obviously still a lot more to prove and to show, but everybody's going to get that runway.
Tony, Anton played left tackle at Oklahoma, so is it like riding bike to go back over there? How's that work?
I mean, it is like riding a bike in some sense, but the reality is this. If you're an elite athlete, you can play either side. And Anton is an elite athlete, has some of the best feet in the NFL. He's shown that since the day he got here. And so I don't think any of us were surprised that his flexibility to play right or left, as you said, he played it at Oklahoma. And I think the best thing that Anton's done this camp, he showed up in great shape, very purposeful in his approach, and is stacking multiple days on top of each other of not just showing his athletic ability, but in the run game, finishing run blocks on the backside, getting up to the second level and blocking guys in the run game. So he has done a great job, not just because he's going to left and right, and we knew he's a great athlete. But the play style he is exhibiting right now is exactly what we expect and we want, and he has set the standard for himself, and he's meeting that on a daily basis. And if he can continue at that consistency, man, he has so much talent. He has such a great he's great in the pass game. You trust him. You trust him one-on-one. And he can help us a lot, and he'll help us win football games this year.
I think that word that you just used, trust, I think is real big with him, because I don't know if you guys would have trusted him at the beginning of last year. I thought you guys did a really good job of challenging him to find that consistency and to find that finish that he didn't have in previous years. And last year he discovered it, whether it's through Sean Surrett, Liam Cohn, Tony, you working with him, whoever. But he attained a level last year that he'd never seen before. And I'm sure that gives you guys a lot of confidence with allowing him to go to left tackle now.
Well, I think you got to give all the credit to our coaches. Those are the guys that are getting the best out of all our players. And they've done a great job in Sean and Trevor last year. And now we got Pakucha in here this year as the offensive line coaches. They're doing a great job with the entire unit, great job with Anton. And as James said earlier, it's really Liam set the standard. And not only has he set the standard, but he's holding the standard. And that's for Anton and every other player on this roster who's here right now. And so all credit is due to those guys for the improvement, the play style, the attitude, the standard of what it means to be a Jacksonville Jaguar. And, we said that from day one, but words are cheap. Are you going to live it? Are you going to hold the standard? As a leadership team, that's Liam and his staff's job, and they've done a great job doing it.
All right, guys, it's time to wrap it. James, been a pleasure to get to know you the first year, and you got it going the right way, and just keep it going. You guys are going to go win a Super Bowl. That's coming, unless it's against the Cardinals, and then you probably won't. So, okay.
Oh, JP, it's been a blast so far. Obviously, it's going to come with a little, I guess. This was a phrase that was shared with me about a year and a half ago when I was making the transition. It's sweet bitter. A little bit for you, knowing that it's sweet and that you get an opportunity to continue to level up and do something you love. While at the same time, it's going to be a moment in which not seeing you in that seat's going to be hard every Thursday. But we'll have a few laughs here and there in your honor and enjoy it the rest of the way. But it's certainly been a blast. And now you get a taste for what some of these players go through when they get invited to a training camp a few weeks in, and you just got to hit the ground running.
You gotta show up and go.
Just show up and play ball.
Wild.
Let's go.
Well, I love it. Tony, you mean the world to me. So
no need a long time, brother. Enjoyed working with you all the time. I hope those guys aren't too easy on you and make sure they keep you sharp. But no. So I could not be happier for you. I know this has been something that's been a dream of yours to go be a play-by-play guy for an NFL team. It's well-deserved. You proved it at a national level over the last several years. You proved it at college. You're going to be great. They're lucky to have you. I think James said it perfectly. It is bittersweet. Disappointed you're not going to be a Jaguar anymore. I will make so much fun of you when I see you when we play the Cardinals. That will never change. But it is bitter you're not going to be sitting in that seat anymore. But, man, I'm pumped for you. I think it's so cool, and you're going to crush it.
Tony and James, a pleasure, guys. Have a good one.
All right.
Peace.
They'll see you next week. I won't. I'm out of here. Back with more in just a moment. It is Jags HQ on the Jaguars Radio Network.
My daughter Alyssa was in a terrible car accident. She had to be airlifted to the hospital. Her ankle was smashed. Her bones were broken beyond repair. Her doctors were worried they might have to amputate, but Alyssa was a candidate for a new innovation to save her foot. They 3D printed a new ankle. She'd tell you about it, but she's out walking on the beach.
UF Health doctors saved Alyssa's foot with a custom chromium alloy 3D printed ankle bone. UF Health. Human progress has no finish line.
Jaguars fans, grab your passport. Open and fund a new Everbank performance account for your chance to win the Everbank London Getaway Experience. Round-trip airfare for two, hotel accommodations, and tickets to the Jaguars game in London this October. Start your journey today at everbank.com/London. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and DC 18 and older. The Everbank London Getaway Sweepstakes from June 29 through August 27. For official rules, which include alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London rules. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, NA, member FDIC.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Jaguars tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Jaguars.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back. Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, continues right now.
Welcome back. It is Jags HQ. It is presented by Fresh from Florida, and we are on the Jaguars Radio Network. JP Shadrick with you. and Jeff Lageman alongside. Our thanks to Tony Boselli, Pete Prisco as well, forgot him earlier, and yes, James Gladstone, general manager. What a show, what a night it's been already. Afternoon, night. What is this, 5:30? Is that afternoon?
Yeah, it's evening. Yeah, it counts as night and afternoon.
Yeah, what a show it's been so far.
By the way, James and Tony did not have the same shirt on. Just to let Pete
good
know.
Point.
Yeah, they were both wearing white, but they were different styles of shirt.
James did not have a hoodie.
No, he didn't.
Had the similar to what I have, but white.
I think he was probably in the back watching the show.
I went down
and
and
then
changed.
when Pete said that, he's like, "Oh my God, I got to quit."
Run back to my office real quick and change. Now, always a pleasure to sit down with those guys and get their thoughts. The mock game will be interesting tomorrow. I mean, it really will, just to see the operation, how they go about it, and the competitive. Like he was talking about Liam and Campanile.
Well, and I think that that's the reason why, and one of the reasons why I love this show is because you get great information from leadership, and getting that nugget about how that this is going to be like free play calling. This is not scripted. Yeah, that's cool stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, so now you kind of you got a really inside peek into what tomorrow is about, and as a fan, I mean that's what you come here for. You know, is to get information like that, and it's exciting to me, and so it's given me something to look forward to tomorrow as well, because you know that, okay, now you got two highly competitive individuals squaring off as play callers.
All right, Logs, let's come back in just a moment. We've got to touch on some defensive stuff. We've kind of left those guys off. We've been talking wide receivers and O-line, and, you know, there's a lot going on defense these days, too. We'll dig into it.
I'm ready.
When we come back, it's Jags HQ on Jaguars Radio.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
Brooks Rehabilitation is proud to be the official rehabilitation partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The top-ranked rehabilitation hospital in Florida by U.S. News and World Report. Our playbook is individualized treatment and exceptional care to get you back to living your life. Brooks has cutting-edge technology and therapy solutions in every care setting, treating sports injury, orthopedics, brain, spinal injuries, and more. Go beyond your expectations with Brooks Rehabilitation.
Johnstone Supply Wholesale provides HVAC contractors with Amana air conditioners, heat pumps, and furnaces homeowners trust. Built to be reliable, quiet, and energy efficient to provide indoor heating and cooling comfort year-round. Don't settle for less. Trust the experts. To find the right system for your home, locate an Amana Advantage specialist near you at johnstoneamana.com. That's johnstoneamana.com.
Moving an entire football organization around can be a logistical challenge. That's why the Jaguars trust Echo East Coast Transportation as their official transportation company. Whether it's getting the team to the airport, bringing in free agents for a workout, or transporting the executives to meetings, Echo East Coast provides safe, professional, and reliable service. Let them do the same for you. If you're looking for affordable prearranged transportation, call them at 904-631-5466 or go to echoeastcoast.com.
Welcome back. Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, continues right now.
It is Jags HQ, and UF Health is the official healthcare provider of the Jacksonville Jaguars. JP Shadrick with Jeff Lageman. Jags HQ continues. And, you know, we've given a lot of love to the offense. Wide receiver talk, offensive line, all the competition there. But this Jaguars defense has some competition of its own going on, certainly at the linebacker spot. A lot of guys getting opportunities there to replace the Devin Lloyd position. And, yeah, some new faces in the secondary as well. But what stands out the most about just the last week of practice with the defense. What do you like going on there?
I think first and foremost, the sexiest spot to talk about is Travis Hunter. Playing defense.
Yes.
And the great thing about watching him this year compared to last year is that last year there was a lot of teaching going on and not necessarily a comfort level there. But now you're watching Travis switch out from the white to the teal-colored jersey, and then when he steps on the field as a defender, there is no more coaching. There's no more kind of side little talks with coaches after the play because he's clean. He knows what he's doing. And they have it. I think it's a smoother operation as far as all of that with Monteric Brown and Jarian Jones and the secondary as a whole, which is great because it's progress. There's a lot of guys playing there in different roles, and when Travis is on the field versus off the field, everybody has to adjust. It seems seamless. The competition at linebacker, and particularly the Sam linebacking position, is one that not many people are talking about, but I think it might be as competitive as any position that's out there on the field.
Yeah, who's in that? Who do you like in that?
Well, Jalen McLeod, who was a draft pick last year that we never ever saw, he might have been one of those guys Tony was talking about tackling and bringing guys to the ground because he's been pretty aggressive, and Gardeck is always violent. Yep. And then Yasir Abdullah is one of the best special teams players on this roster. So that's a highly competitive position. Jack Kaiser's been out with an injury for a little bit, and Combs has done a really good job, it seems like, and he's battling Ventrell Miller for that other linebacking spot. I think Combs might have a little bit of a head up on that battle right now, but there's still plenty of battle to remain. So there's a long way to go there. But it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch, and even the defensive ends that we talked about with James and Tony. I mean, that's
so many of them.
So many, and it's highly competitive, and everybody is looking good. So that might be the hardest cut when, Pete and Tony were talking about wanting to cut the roster.
Yeah. I brought that up, but I know how to wind them both up a little bit.
That might be the hardest one to make if you had to make a decision right now.
Sure. Let's come back in a moment. We've got plenty more ahead as we wind down. It's Jags HQ on the Jaguars Radio Network.
Jaguars fans, grab your passport. Open and fund a new Everbank performance account for your chance to win the Everbank London Getaway Experience. Round-trip airfare for two, hotel accommodations, and tickets to the Jaguars game in London this October. Start your journey today at everbank.com/London. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. The Everbank London Getaway Sweepstakes from June 29 through August 27. For official rules, which include alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London rules. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A., member FDIC.
Back before Brian had a granddaughter to help take care of. Back when he was in his 20s. Brian served in the Army Special Forces and sustained brain injuries during a tour overseas. Today, Brian participates in the Haley Brain Wellness Program at UF Health, a program that helps veterans and first responders recover from traumatic brain injury. Brian was proud to serve his country, and now we're proud to serve him. UF Health. Human progress has no finish line.
Want to earn a deal on the entire Toyota lineup at the National Sales Event? Then do as I say. Great job. You just earned a deal. Lease a new 2026 Toyota Tundra SR5 for $429 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through August 31st, 2026. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. 5428 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee excludes tax tag, registration, title, and dealer fee. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
Game day means it's time to get loud, get proud, and get real. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Deep Eddy Vodka brings real flavor made with real ingredients to every tailgate, watch party, and post-game toast. Handcrafted in small batches in Austin, Texas, Deep Eddy Vodka is distilled 10 times and is made with purified Texas water, real fruit juice, and pure cane sugar. Wherever you're cheering on the Jaguars, make every moment a real one with Deep Eddy Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Please stay drink responsibly. Deep Eddy Vodka is a product of Deep Eddy Distilling Company, Austin, Texas. 35 to 40% alcohol by volume, distilled from corn. corn.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Jaguars tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Jaguars.
Welcome back. Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, continues right now.
Welcome back. It is Jags HQ, and it's almost time to kick off the 2026 season at the bank. Whether you want to be at the center of it as a season ticket member, lock in 3 or more games with a bundle at the bank, or cheer on the Jags at your most anticipated matchup, everyone can be part of the action. Seating is limited. Don't wait. Get those tickets now. Jaguars.com/tickets. Or call 904-633-2000. Limited capacity. The most intimate environment in Jaguars history this season.
Yeah, the construction is rolling along. We right behind me is a window when we take this, this cool little curtain up. Yeah. And we're watching everything go on. We're sitting there going, man, because the upper decks are empty, so it's going to be a completely lower bowl. It is going to be a completely intimate setting. Should be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. They put in lights, I think, last week and tested those out.
Ready to go.
So,
Ready to go.
They put the grass in now. I was talking to Nick, the groundskeeper, today, and going through the process of that, and so it's coming.
Yeah, I think just going to have a little patience as far as the way you get in and where you park and all that is going to have a little patience this year. But look, if it's a good football team, we'll take it any day of the week. And by the way,
we'll host the AFC Championship game, no problem. Let's do it.
How cool is it to have a football team to where we haven't had one discussion yet since we came back on the air about any of the specialists?
Yeah, why would we?
On this football team?
There's no issue.
I mean, sometimes we take it for granted a little bit, but you're talking about Ross Matisic, Logan Cook, and Cam Little. How many teams can say that they have 3 specialists like that?
They're all pro-level players, all 3
Every
of
one
them.
of them.
Matisic certainly has been the all-pro long snapper. And then Logan Cook, we know what he can do with the different style of punts that he has in his arsenal. And Cam Little's got the longest field goal in NFL history.
And the great thing is that all of them contractually are going to be tied up for a little while. Cam Little, what's his contract status?
I don't know. We haven't.
That's the only one.
We haven't even looked at
because he's in his 3rd year, so he's still,
Yeah, so he'd be 3rd year of a 4-year contract.
But the question is, if he obviously having the longest field goal in NFL history, one of the most accurate kickers in Jaguars history. I mean, his contract eventually is going to be pretty large, I would think.
Yeah, he had a 4-year deal, so
we've got another year after this year.
Yeah,
but it's nice to have that stability in that area, and the Jaguars have what I believe is some of the best special teams coaches and best special teams that there is. Luke and Heath both do a great job, so it's just nice not to have we just take it for granted a little bit. And I just wanted to mention it because sometimes you have to mention something that you hardly talk about because it's so good.
And then on the other side, one of the best punt returners in the game in Parker Washington.
Oh, my gosh. And, are you not excited to see the draft pick wide receiver that weighs 224 pounds who, oh, by the way, was a pretty good punt returner in college himself?
I love it. I love it. I love it. We're back in a moment. Final segment ahead of Jags HQ on Jaguars Radio.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
It's here that a tiny newborn has the heart surgery needed to save her life. It's here that a first grader learns to speak clearly and confidently. It's here that a 12-year-old athlete builds the strength to run full speed again. It's here at Wolfson Children's Hospital that answers are found, courage is shown, and odds are beaten every day. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
Before you kick off your next yard project, make sure you've got the right play call. I'm Josh Scobie, and I know a thing or two about game plan. Sunshine 811 is a free service that marks underground utility lines before you dig. Skip the call, and you could get hit with injuries, expensive repairs, fines, or even knockout service for your neighbors. Don't take that risk. Make the smart call, 811, before you dig. Learn more at peoplesgas.com/811.
When disaster strikes, trust the experts at Surf Pro. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, they bring the same dedication and precision to restoring your property as the Jaguars do on the field. Whether it's water, fire, or storm damage, their highly trained professionals are on call 24/7 to make it like it never even happened. Surf Pro, your local leader in restoration and cleanup.
Hey Jaguar fans, get next level performance with Renewal by Andersen Replacement Windows and Doors. Right now, score 20% off your custom window and door replacement project, plus 12 months special financing. Defend your home against Florida weather with our Acclaim Impact Windows, built for the storm, backed by the Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free design consultation and put a winning team on your side. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
A bold change. A historic development is underway for the Bold City, and the Jacksonville Jaguars and team partners are part of it. The Jaguars First and Forward Development Partner Program highlights the significant transformative efforts made towards the city of Jacksonville. Belter, Brooks Building Solutions, Jackson Electric Supply, People's Gas, Start Tech, Miller Electric, AECOM Hunt, and WW Gay, championing progress on the field and in the community. The First and Forward Program, the First Coast Forward Together. Visit jaguars.com/forwardtogether.
Welcome back. Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, continues right now.
All right, final moments of Jags HQ. I've made it this long without crying. Let's see if I can get 3 more minutes in.
Well, we may not make it all the way through without crying, but I just wanted to tell you, JP, congratulations.
You beat me to it. See, look at you.
It's been a great 14 years, and I'm thrilled for you. Incredibly deserving, and I speak for, I think, Joe and Reber. We love you. We're going to miss you. But it's been great.
It's awesome, man.
Love you.
You too, man. And from the moment I stepped in here, you've been a great ally and helpful, and obviously away from here too, you know, close off the camera and off the mic, and that means the world to me.
You're incredibly deserving.
Thank you, buddy.
And I'm excited for the next chapter. I can't wait to hear the calls of the game when the Arizona Cardinals win, to hear your voice.
Let's hope it's more than 3.
I think it will be. I think it will be. And here's the great thing, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This isn't the end.
Got that right.
It's just a new beginning, and congratulations, because you know what? You're one of 32.
That's awesome.
And that's pretty cool.
It's pretty
You're
cool.
one of 32, and I know it's been a dream of yours. I know your parents are incredibly proud, but you also got a big group of fans in this building that is very, very happy for you as well.
It's hard, I can't name everybody's name that I want to because it would take the whole 2 hours, I think. But I got to start with Dan Edwards. He's the one who brought me here.
No doubt.
He made it happen. And Patrick and Dave and Joe and Reber and Oesher and Kai and Ashlyn Sullivan and Brian Sexton and you and Bo and Fred Taylor and Austin Lane and Pete Prisco. Yep. And, that's just a short list. All our people at Jaguars.com.
Yep.
It was me and Patrick and John that started all this. And then look what it is now. We're in 2 new studios and a new building with 8 million people and that do incredible work.
Yep.
And it's grown into a monster. So all the coaches, we've had 6 head coaches since I've been here, by the way. So all the coaches, all the personnel people, and the players, they've got to be open to do what we do.
That's
right. They've been super helpful for the most part throughout the whole time here.
Yeah, you always have a few that aren't so helpful.
Stragglers, that's fine.
That's right.
I'm going to miss our athletic training staff. I'm going to miss our equipment staff. Those guys are some of my best friends in the world. Yeah. So going back to the Jimmy Luck days and George and Kyle and the whole crew down there. So that's it for the last time.
Yeah.
For Jeff Lageman, I'm JP Shadrick. It's been a lot. It's not over. It's over. This show's over. But,
love you, brother.
Love you too, man. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have. It's Jags HQ on the Jaguars Radio Network.